Out to roll with something smelly. Maybe it just
She said you want to be... Yeah. So, wait, what is your name, by the way?
Jeannie.
Alright,
This is
Jeannie.
Bark.
Okay, so hello, everybody. This is Jeannie and Bert.
Bark.
Bart. Okay, Jeannie and Bart. How old is Bart here?
He's about 5.5. He's a rescue.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So, I don't know his exact age.
Okay. All right, Gina. So, are you...
Jeannie.
Jeannie.
Light brown hair.
Oh, my goodness.
And
Jeannie.
Bark as in wolf.
Okay. All right, Bark and Jeannie.
You got it.
All right,
What's your name?
My name is Demetrius, but everybody knows me as Billionaire Brown. I was talking about partnerships before we just got connected. I was talking about partnerships and how in life, right, we should always, we shouldn't isolate ourselves, right? We should definitely have an opportunity to work with other people and to connect with other people. What is your take on that?
I agree 1,000%.
Okay. And what can you explain what you mean on that?
Well, I think that this is the first time that people had enough money to live alone, and I don't think that's a good thing. I think we might be more affluent, but when I've traveled to emerging countries, the people seem happier.
Wow.
You know, more of them they're living together, extended families.
Okay.
They don't have air conditioning, so they're out in the street talking to each other.
Where's this at?
This was like in Portugal.
Okay, Portugal. Okay, okay.
So, Spain, a lot of those countries that aren't as affluent as we are.
So what do you do in your spare time? Like, how do you, spread your time? How do you and Bart spread your time? It looks like you're walking on the trail here, which is exciting. I like to do it also, right? But what else, what do you guys do? What do you and Bart do?
Well, I started a walking group with women and their dogs in my community.
Nice.
And we usually walk, every morning or, in the colder weather in the afternoon. So that's one thing that I'm with other people.
Okay.
And then I run a Sunday dinner group that meets at a different, $10 restaurant.
Like a Cracker Barrel?
Well, close to here.
Okay.
Like Panera's.
Okay, Panera
Imperial
Bread.
Garden.
Okay.
Places like that, that are, Jason's is one of our favorites.
Okay, Jason's Deli?
Yeah.
Okay.
The K&W.
Okay.
So that, we get maybe eight people, mostly women.
Okay.
And that's real nice, to do with other people. Once a month I do a spaghetti supper. Once a month there's a regular potluck. Yeah.
You're heavily involved in the community.
I don't know. I'm retired.
No,
so
you just listed off a lot of things. Those are, I would like to thrive to that in the community.
Yeah.
That's really
But
good.
it's hard, especially as you get older and you're not working. You really have to make your own community.
Well, I'm 36. You're talking about older. How old are you?
I'm 70.
Oh, you're 70. When's your birthday?
May.
May what?
16th.
All right, 16th. My mother is the 17th, May 17th.
Okay.
Hello, Ma.
Hey, Ma! I'm on TV!
I guess the last thing, or unless you want to share anything else, is this is a very inspiring channel that people come to, maybe during their lunch break, on their way to work, they, find what I say inspiring. I'm 36 and you're 70. What would you say to me, or what would you say that you've seen in your lifetime as far as young people like myself are concerned? Do you see some things that we're hitting right on the target, and do you see some things that we kind of veered off from? Give us one of each.
Well, there was a lot of energy with the young people when they supported Bernie.
Okay, Bernie Sanders, okay.
Yeah. The energy is really good. And I think there's maybe less materialism, not having the cars oftentimes.
Okay.
I think, that's good. And I don't know in terms of...
Are you proud of our generation? I think the generation before you might be the boomers, right?
I'm the boomer.
You're the boomer, and after the boomers is, I get them mixed up.
I get them
mixed up. Is it Y or X?
I get them mixed up.
Whatever the level is before millenniums, are you proud to see what we're doing right now as a whole?
I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know where the country's going.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? And
Do you have grandchildren?
yeah.
Okay, and so how old are they? They have to be around my age.
No, they're much younger. They're 17 and 14.
What?
My son is 50.
Okay,
You're
so
kind of in the middle.
are you proud of your son and what he's able to do?
There's too much materialism there, I think.
What's materialism? That's the second time you said it. What is materialism?
Putting things before people. You know?
Give us an example. Because that's a new term I've never heard of.
Good question. You don't want blanks on your tape, and I can't think of anything.
No example of materialism?
No, I mean just of what they're doing. Getting the fancy car every 3 years
Okay.
and working long hours to have that fancy car rather than spending time with the family.
So you're more like a Warren Buffett type of guy.
I'm more like...
Warren Buffett has the same home that he's had. He's not really materialistic. He has the same home he had since 56.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm
And,
like that for
all right, that's
sure.
good.
Yeah.
That's really, really good.
That's me. Driving the old car.
Yeah. Taking care of it, oil change, tune-ups.
Yeah. Simple life. I'm into voluntary simplicity. I'm into the environment. I'm into spending time with people. I don't think people spend enough time with animals, so I have a dog here,
So does Bark play a significant part in your life?
Yeah, he's with me 24 hours.
So what piece of life is it? Maybe that's how we can finish it off. What is a piece of... I read this book once. It's called The Homer's Odyssey by Gwen Cooper. I went to the Barnes & Nobles and I felt in a learning mood. I went in and I asked the person, hey, I want a book on something that I hate. Right? And he said, well, what do you hate? And I said, cats. Right? So he said, I got a perfect book for you. So he gives me this book, The Homer's Odyssey, and it's about a blind black cat. It's a true story. It's amazing. Right? And he gave this woman a whole different being of life, like her cat. What is something that what's one part of Bark or one thing that Bark, I guess, brings out of you that you would like to share with us?
Well, the walks and being with the environment. I'm an environmentalist, and I think that's really important because if we don't have the environment, we have nothing. And he gets me out every day. We walk a couple of miles. I don't see many people walking without a dog.
Yeah, that's true.
And he gets me in touch with the animal world, and he gets me out with friends with dogs. And I do a lot of dog events. They have dog walks and dog meetup groups.
That's very, very good.
Yeah.
While I'm getting set up, meet a beautiful and incredible lady named Jeannie and her dog Bark here. Right? So again, whatever it is, if you're looking for a sign to get started, just do something, right? And I promise you, things will fall in place the way that it needs to fall into place.
You did great. I liked your closing statement.